All right, in this video, I'm going to tell you how much it actually costs to run and operate an insurance agency or independent brokerage in 2024. I'm going to use real numbers. These are real numbers that are actively being used in my agency on a month-to-month basis and overhead expenses. So I'll list them out, I'll break them down, and these are the main ones. So let's dive into the video. I want to give this, hopefully this does help you understand how much you would expect to need to have at least to run an operation of a medium size. So let's dive into the real numbers and hopefully this brings some value to you. Let's dive into it. All right, so the first most obvious expense here, I'm gonna just dive straight into it because I wanna go real numbers and real kind of get into the nitty gritty. The first thing is rent. Like if you need to get an office space, you need to pay rent. You should have an office space. I always recommend it. Get away from a lot of people wanna make virtual agencies and wanna work from home. I recommend get in the office, have a place where you build a culture, have an atmosphere, and you actually have a place where you can go and check out and work and close the door and just grind it out. So rent, depending on whatever size you want, call it a couple $1,000, $2,000 in rent a month. So let's start with that one. Boom, $2,000. All right, the second one, this is another very large one as you start to grow, is payroll. So payroll expenses, this is probably gonna be your largest overhead expense because as you start to build an agency, and just so everybody knows, this is based on a medium-sized agency. Like you have a handful of producers and you have some customer service people working in the business. It's not just you running the business because there's pretty much no major overhead there. So this is counting, let's just say 3 or 4 producing active producers and agents, that make salary plus commission, very standard commission and pay structure in the insurance industry. And then maybe you have a couple virtual assistants that help with back-end customer service. That's a great way to offset some of that payroll and keep the cost low. Those are always gonna be cheaper. So you can expect to pay a producer in California. I mean, this is different in every state, but I'm gonna use California numbers. On average, somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000 or even $10,000, but $5,000 to $8,000 in payroll a month. That includes their base salary plus commission. A virtual assistant, you can expect to pay around $2,000 a month. So if you have, let's just say 3 producers and 1 virtual assistant, at $8,000, at 24, $2,000 for the VA. I would just on average call it $25,000 if you have a team of 4 people, $25,000 in payroll in a month. So that's it right there. Boom, 25 grand, 25 G's straight out of the pocket, out of the business every month. You better have that in renewal commissions and residuals coming in, or you better have a lot of money saved up. All right, the next one here is marketing. This is another big overhead expense. You need to keep your producers and team and agency breathing with the bloodline of leads. So you need marketing coming through, and you need to spend money to make money, and you need to get visibility, and people need to know who you are. So marketing is a big one. We generate our leads here for on average $2 per lead. We use, boom, Tudo, shout it again. Highly recommend you check it out. It's a CRM. You use it to generate and nurture opportunities. So anyways, we do that. We generate them for about $2, $2 a piece for commercial leads. It's very, very good for us. But you can do it any way you want. Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube, organic, which is not going to be scalable, but because you need to pump money in. But yeah, some agents are out there spending around $50,000 plus a month to keep their teams books and pipelines filled. Just to give you guys an idea, we're spending about $2,000 to $3,000 a month in our marketing. That's with Tudo and running, really generating leads. Other than Tudo, we don't really have too many other ads or anything running out there. So yeah, that's what we're using to generate leads. So $2,000 there. And yeah, it's super important to have a healthy amount for your team. So that's that. Okay, next one is phone system. So I know usually people think like, Magic Jack's only 30 bucks a month. I actually literally started with Magic Jack, 30 bucks a year, I think actually. It wasn't 30 bucks a month, 30 bucks a year. As you grow, you will need a more robust phone system. There's Ring Central, there's Cotter Bridge, which is one we use, DYL, like there's all these other ones that people use, but definitely you will need a more robust phone system. They are a little more expensive usually as you start to grow, and each user, team member is an additional cost. So yeah, now we're paying about like $500 or so a month on the phone system. So just be prepared for as you start to grow, your phone bill will also grow as well. The next one is a management system. Same kind of thing. It's a software. They start to charge you more per user. So the more users you use, we have Easy Links. There's a bunch of management systems out there. QQ Catalyst, Better Agencies, shout out to Nick Ayers, a bunch of other ones out there. So those are the ones that, as you add users, it starts to grow in cost. Just expect right now we're paying around like $500 or so a month for Easy Links, something like that. So be prepared, another $500 there. Other miscellaneous softwares, like we have other like little payment portal softwares and other things. So I'm not going to dive into every single one because those are smaller costs. But just to add them all up, I would just assume roughly like another $500 to $1,000 in additional software costs a month for other stuff you just might need, e-signature portals. Hopefully you have that with your phone system. But yeah, there's a bunch of other little things like payment portals, different stuff that you got to pay for. Just assume another $1,000. Then also your electricity, your phone bill. Like I'm not going to go through every single one of those, or Wi-Fi, like internet, all that stuff. Just add another $1,000 just to be extra safe. Give yourself some cushion. The last thing here is business meetings and like lunches and like referral partnerships that you go out. Like those will be also expenses. Don't think that you're just going to be getting away with going to these meetings and not paying for stuff once in a while. Especially if you're in the agency owner role, you want to start shaking hands, kissing babies, and you want to get out there, you want to really nurture those, and you got to buy the guys some lunch once in a while. Buy them lunch, they'll appreciate it. Pick up the tab. I would throw another $500 to $1,000 a month on just like business activities and different stuff like that your expenses are. So let's add them all up here. So $2,000 for rent, $25,000 on average in payroll, $3,000 in marketing, $500 for phones, $500 for management system, $1,000 for other softwares. Business activities and business meetings is another $1,000 a month. So on average, this is for like a medium-sized agency. In 2024, your grand total is boom, $33,000, 33,000 smackaroos. You want to make sure at this point you probably have at least a $3 million book of business, because if not, you're probably not covering your bases and not covering your expenses. So you need at least a $3 million book to pay for something like this to keep the lights on. And obviously there's ways to reduce these. So I'm putting this structure up because I know there's a lot of people out there thinking like, how much am I going to be spending? Just know that putting the money back in payroll and marketing and those things will pay you back because it's growing the book. So that's a great way to reinvest. Definitely recommend reinvesting in the business through payroll and marketing and teams and hiring more people and attracting talent. That is what I believe is the way to scale an insurance business, along with lowering your cost of lead opportunities. So that's it. Hopefully that brought some value to you and answered some questions. Guys, if you do get any value, share this with somebody out there. I'm really trying to reach more people in the insurance industry and just help as many agents out there as I can. So give us a like. That helps us reach more people. I don't ask a lot from you guys, but please give me a like. Drop a comment also. Tell me also, please, guys, tell me what you want to see in the future videos. That really helps me get ideas. Like I just make these based on like what I'm seeing from people. So shout out to whoever is commenting. I really appreciate you guys putting those in the comments and telling me what you want to see, because I will make a video about it. Give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that cool stuff. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We will see you all the way at the top. See you soon. Peace.